Question to the people at 102.5 The Bone. I got a report that somebody said that I should be on the radio. First of all, I'm on podcast radio and I'm on 18 podcasting platforms. And second of all, guess what? When I was on your radio station, I was number one. So man, funk that.
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? No. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Happy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Happy. This is Happy Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Happy Hour in your system.
Oh yeah. Do you know what today is? If you don't, I'll let you know.
Today is July the 4th.
And now, it's time to celebrate.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate.
What are we celebrating?
Freedom.
A celebration of America.
There'll be lots of fireworks.
Gonna take a lot of fireworks.
Fireworks.
For now, let's let America celebrate.
Happy 4th of July, fellow Americans.
Okay, now everybody, stand back while I celebrate freedom.
It's showtime.
Oh yeah, it is the 4th of July. I don't know if that song is copyrighted, and because of the copyright gods, we're not going to play the national anthem. And I hate to say that I'm afraid of the copyright gods. 856-49-HAPPY. It's 856-494-6773.
Today's show is brought to you by the 4th of July. Quick question. Is calling someone a Yankee Doodle Dandy these days deemed inappropriate?
Alrighty, I'll turn off the music. Freaking had a weird week. First of all, my laptop's still in the shop, but because they have the power of having my laptop, I'm giving them space. It's a long story. Once I get my laptop back, I will fully explain the story I'm going through. And second of all, my car's been acting up a little bit. I got a 2015 Honda Accord that I got used a year and a half ago. It's a good car. Has good surround sound, good speakers. I think that's the way you call it. Surround sounds in a house. But the problem, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is I don't think my battery's been the best recently. How do I know that? Because all of a sudden, my car wouldn't turn on. Yesterday, I got the sexiest haircut I've ever gotten at Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com, 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. And I'm feeling on top of the world. And guess what happens? I go to, start the car, and it's dead. So first of all, I'm panicking because I had to work an event in about 90 minutes. So I text the group chat of all my coworkers, and I said, my cat died. Now my car died. So that was, first of all, kind of awkward. But Luna's doing very well. She's my baby. But last night, my girl came over. Didn't get laid. But she was able to, I was able to give my barber, first of all, after the haircut, to jump my car. So then I drove to work. So then my girl was going to come over last night. So after work, she jumped the car in the parking lot of my job. And the portable little box, the electrical box, was dead. So we used the jumper cables, whatever. So last night, I charged the box thinking, oh yeah, I could drive around everywhere today. I know. Why couldn't I do that? Because it was on 4 bars, like battery. And as I was trying to jump in my car today, which I'm learning about cars, The problem is it died. And when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's infuriating. So I had to take an Uber here, or rather Lyft. I don't claim Uber. I had to take a Lyft to record this show. So you should be grateful on this happy 4th of July that I'm here providing you content. Every other radio show, every other podcast is taking the day off. But here, I don't take the day off a day of my life, which might be a blessing or a curse. And everybody out there, guess what? We have this thing called fireworks. Oh, we do. And I am not against fireworks whatsoever. I actually like them. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we don't need to see your videos of your fireworks show. Nobody's going to go, oh my God, that's fireworks. I'm going to watch your live Instagram to 2 people or maybe 70 downloads of your fireworks. So riveting. It also is freaking crazy that it's the 4th of July. This year is just flying by, as they like to say.
This is not headline news. The 6th Jurassic Park sequel is now showing. At this point, the franchise has survived longer than the dinosaurs did. Producers want the next James Bond to be under 30. The new movie is called The Spy Who Was Priced Out of the Housing Market. Researchers say tiny nose robots can clear infected sinuses. Best not to ask what their solution is for constipation. Billy Idol discovered he had a secret son. When the kid found out who his dad was, he was totally cool with keeping it a secret. And the WNBA is giving expansion teams to Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia.
Here comes sexism jokes.
Those teams will have huge crowds. When Caitlin Clark plays against them.
That's good.
This is not headline news.
You know there would have been a joke that would have been more sexist. I'm back in today.
Is your dog not going to the bathroom on the carpet? Has it been ages since your little puppy has ripped up a brand new couch? Miss the days of your dog incessantly barking all night? Introducing 4th of July fireworks. This 4th of July, your neighbors will be lighting off fireworks all night long and getting your carpet soiled by your dog like the good old days. Say goodbye to that beautiful couch. And goodbye to a good night's rest.
Now, an ordinary kid on the 4th of July.
I think my dad's a let's just say he likes to set stuff on fire. On 4th of July, Dad starts with the barbecue. I suffered through at least 6 years of burnt hamburgers. All the time getting toasted on alcohol. Then the fireworks. Enough to level a small town. He brags to anyone that will listen. These are the good ones. They're illegal. Because in a court of sack filled with children, safe and sane are bad words, I guess. But at the end of the day, the 4th of July is all about the red, white, and blue. Red for red meat, white for white claws, and blue as in... Dad, I think you just blew up the cat. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
This has been An Ordinary Kid on the 4th of July.
I don't know if you are aware of this, but I love cougars. I love older women. They're so good in bed. I don't know if you're aware of that. Oh, yeah. That was the weirdest cougar sound ever. That sounds like them in my bedroom. I love cougars. I love older women. And when I heard that Charlize Theron recently hooked up with a 26-year-old, it made me fall in love with her.
I don't have many of them. I'm sitting here sounding like I do. So when I do, I'm like, I should have done this in my 20s. Probably had 3 one-night stands in my entire life. But I did just recently a 26-year-old, and it was really amazing.
We do bring the heat, even though I'm 21. I mean, 31. I wish I was 21. Actually, not really. When I was 21, I was working for that sociopath, Shane Rover French, and his stupid fan base that thinks that he cares about them. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Cleveland. 70 knows. Here is Johnny Carson on the 4th of July.
I see you all started celebrating the 4th by drinking a 5th. Is this the crowd tonight?
Yes, I am a piece of shit, but I was the best talk show host ever.
Yeah, I did not bring any fireworks out tonight, but I do have a bomb. the monologue. Everybody out here is getting ready for the 4th.
Yeah.
Were you over at the commissary today?
Yes, I was.
It's all kind of red, white, and blue. And that's just the tuna fish casserole. They're having a special out here at Burbank's McDonald's. They have an Independence Burger that they're making up. It's half meat and half prunes.
Wow. He may have done really good interviews, but his one-liners are not the best. A mother allegedly confesses to giving her kids marijuana to discourage them from smoking it. Here is forensic chemist Bethany Pridgeon, who sounds like she'd be a forensic chemist, talking about the dangers of giving marijuana to kids.
Most all the products are made for adults, so the dosages are going to be made for the adult body. So first of all, that's definitely going to cause an issue when you're giving it to a smaller body, a small child. It's going to be a higher dose than they could even tolerate. And then also with vaping and edibles, the percent of THC in a lot of the products on the market is much higher than what you would necessarily see in a marijuana cigarette. So again, you've got really high dosages there.
All right, there you go. 856-49-HAPPY. Diddy was found not guilty. Here is his piece of shit lawyer talking about it.
They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of.
Fuck off.
And all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury.
You know who he reminds me of? You ever watch The Simpsons? I'm sure you have. You know that character, Lionel Hutz, the shitty lawyer? Yeah, he is definitely Lionel Hutz.
We've drawn Judge Snyder.
Is
that bad? Well, he's had it in for me ever since I kind of ran over his dog.
They sound alike.
They acquitted him of the...
They're the same person. And finally, in this opening segment, massive explosions at California fireworks facility cause fire. Here's people reacting to it.
There we go.
The whole...
That's what my anxiety sounds like at all times.
There we go.
The whole house just started shaking and then shook again.
I thought she said started shaking.
House just started shaking and then
She's
shook
drunk.
again. We thought it was an earthquake.
Yeah, I was really scared when it first happened.
And the windows were just going back and forth. And my husband came running down the stairs. What was that? And I'm like, I don't know. Just a couple seconds later, there was another big explosion.
5 minutes and the next one hit, 5 minutes again, and...
Man, they all sound freaking stoned. Maybe because they're in California. Smoke weed every day. All right. Here's the deal. We have only begun this madness today. I hope you're sitting around a maybe bonfire, whatever the hell you're doing on this 4th of July, and you're enjoying this happy hour. You should be grateful that I'm here. I'll shut up with that. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to come back on happy hour. And we're going to get this puppy going. Don't know why I said puppy, especially on the 4th of July. After this.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
You know how Tampa Radio goat Mason Dixon did the Friday chant on Q105? Friday, Friday. And then Calton made fun of it because he likes to make fun of people because he has no other content. Well, every weekend, I play DJ Unk with Everyday My Weekend. I'll let him do the rapping.
Every day my weekend. Man, I ball. Man, I ball every day my weekend. We gon' ball. We gon' ball man, every day my weekend. Hoes, I be freaking. You ain't make you rain, but drop.
Lee. Okay, nigga, I'm just light skinned. I ain't Puerto Rican. No. Michael Jackson PC. My ice still like it's bleach. Man, swear that I'm amazing. Call my whip Caucasian. Bitch, I'm the bomb, so they think that I'm Arabian. Yeah, I'm talking like the Taliban. Tools from Afghanistan. My car sits so high, I don't start, no bitch, I land. And all this ain't juice, man, but I'm on that juice, man. Give me 5 bottles of that goose, I get a loose, man. For real, baby, you playin', do that on the handstand. I do this shit every day, ballin's in my plan. Yeah, ballin', that's my 9 to 5. Me and Skirt get you alive. You don't want this kind of beat, you will get Kentucky Fried. I'm hearses to the verses, nigga, you just sweet like Hershey's. Moving in between your girl thighs, me surprise. Every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball,
every day your weekend, go ahead, cause it's your birthday. Every day go hard, you take off, I got a Thursday. Party like a holiday, 10 more bros, they on they way. Shut the stage down, like a running back, go all the way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, got them bras on they knees, they chillin' on the beach with palm trees, my island girls say, young, put it in they face, stick to the script, that's what they say. G-Pro taking flights with all the chicks and each and every day. Girl, we get it in, so tell a friend, it's a young Tayin' on, goddamn weekend. It be on what it is, no more struggling, 247 every day. Everybody hustling.
Every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball,
Monday we at Mariachi, wildin' like a motherfucker. Tuesday we at Onyx Money, fallin' like a motherfucker. Wasted when they Libra bitches, jockin' like a motherfucker. Thursday we get pure bottle, poppin' like a motherfucker. Friday we at Figure 8, you know I fuck with Bush. Overdosing on the strong, rolling quarters of the kush. Club Miami Saturday, girls the baddest in my book. I just walk right on in while you lame niggas look. Hey, even on a Sunday, I don't take a day. Always Club Atlanta Station in my nigga Q ain't it low. Chicken see the insides, first they take they shirt off. Second when they hear our songs, then they take they skirts off. Third she gon' serve us, mouth stick her tongue out. 4 hours later fucked us all, I was like wow. Y'all got milk money, bitch nigga, I'm a cash cow. Every day my weekend, living life on a fast route.
Every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball, every day my weekend, and I ball, every day my weekend, we gon' ball,
Like I said earlier, that was DJ Onk with Every Day My Weekend. Oh yeah. Isn't this music trippy? On this 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. This following segment has been brought to you by the best kava and kratom bar around. That being Southeast Botanicals. 1661 West Bay Drive. And that is in Largo. 1661 West Bay Drive, Suite B. Are you looking for the best kava, kratom, THCA around? If you go to Southeast Botanicals and you tell him I sent you, he'll hook you up. This is also being brought to you by Daisy Beezy Honey at dzbeezyhoney.com. When I tell you they got the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I'm a man of my words. Comes in the form of a lollipop, lick the lollipop, the rubber, a honey stick, or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to daisybeezyhoney.com and at checkout use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post-workout around. At checkout, use promo code Ryan20. Amir Academy of Martial Arts. Oh, my voice sounds cool. At AmirAcademy.com, 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all the Bay Area. Rich Cayley, Master Barbershop, or RichKBarber.com. 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. If you want to see what I look like, go to my Instagram, at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and there we have the picture of me and Rich looking as handsome as ever. You know what I mean? Because when I'm talking about a manly barber, I can't be playing trippy EDM. Gotta be playing hard rock, man. Do you need help with your mental health? Counseling on call.net. If you're in Florida, man, that'll hook you up. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party a-going. Question to everybody out there. It's cool to do fireworks or whatever, but like I said earlier, why do you have to Facebook Live it? Nobody's watching that, and you're not going to watch it in 5 years. Man, funk that. Just being honest. You know what I mean? In your heart, you know he's right. That's what I do here.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Happy Hour.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, what is it?
Here it is.
What?
The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Melinda Gates initially ignored the signs that her marriage to Bill Gates wasn't working.
Yeah, it's not working because he's a pedophile, allegedly.
Recalled on Wednesday's episode of Elizabeth Day's How to Fail podcast.
What a negative name.
When that voice would come, and it would come at different times because of things that had happened outside the marriage that I would come later to learn about, I kept pushing it away.
You know, she's in denial that he's hanging on with Jeffrey Epstein.
Melinda acknowledged that she and the Microsoft founder had a strong foundation that she wasn't willing to give up on.
Yeah, you know, she just looks like someone who gets cheated on. I don't know what that quite means, but you know when you see somebody and you're just like, oh my God, are you getting cheated on? Mm-hmm.
Noting that they have 3 children and co-founded their powerhouse Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
All right, there's that little paper crunching sound effect's annoying. It's like, so Melinda Gates did this, and then she did this, and then she did this. Fucking stop! Jesus Christ! That was some paper in this room. I hope whoever was using it doesn't get mad. All right, what's going on here?
What's that like, you walking into the big house? Because we haven't been in the big house for a long time.
Yeah, it's wild.
Ginger Duggar detailing her walk down memory lane.
Yeah, the Duggars are weird as hell, man. They're a freaking real life cult.
After the 19 kids and counting alum returned to her family's Arkansas home.
Yeah.
The daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar.
Jim Bob just looks like a creep, man. You know when you see somebody that's like super religious and you're like, get away from me.
Now a married mom of 3 kids. Felicity, Evangeline, and newborn baby Finnegan, who in June traveled.
I respect how they don't show their kids' faces. They do that thing where they're facing the other way. It's called being a good parent.
To their mom's childhood home. The 31-year-old and husband Jeremy Velo, looking back on their...
You know, he's got beating.
Trip on their podcast posted on July 2nd.
It's a different time. And when you walk in, it was quiet, clean,
soulless,
and so they took our littles around and showed them all the animals that they have. They have a big farm now.
Yeah,
tons of chickens, goats, sheep, cattle, horses,
There's that inside.
Amazing.
I wonder who was on that property 200 years ago. If you catch my drift, racism.
Playroom with there's a house inside the playroom.
A literal playground
with
inside.
A huge slide, and
that's creepy.
Evie Joe ate that thing up.
The couple relocating their family to Los Angeles in
That's not a good place to go when you go from one creepy place to another.
2019.
You know what I mean?
With Ginger discovering her younger siblings are growing up fast.
That's what happens. A time flies.
Yeah, it was fun, like stepping back into that old property and just seeing the family.
It's the name of the show is The Ginger and Jeremy Show. It sounds like a wacky modern zoo.
And all the things. I think my younger siblings, that's the part that's really fun. All
right, there's that. The hell is going on with this little cutie pie known as Taylor?
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
You guys are just all over.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it, man.
Hell yeah, I'm giving her a rug, man.
Yeah, being a couple, dude.
Yeah, we're a couple, bro. If there was a way to describe what Swifties sound like, if there was a way to describe what hell sounds like for eternity.
About a week after Taylor Swift's surprise performance at Travis Kelce's charity event in Nashville, the couple spotted on a low-key lunch date in Ohio.
I'm sorry, Taylor. I know you traveled around, but you had to go to Cleveland. I don't have my sound effect machine with me, so I'll do it myself. Womp, womp, womp.
You never know what it's going to be.
I know a familiar face will always get somebody excited. I think we're both very career driven. I think we both love what we do.
That's good.
But yeah, they play hard too. And this most recent off-season
going to a diner is playing hard, and man, we're getting old.
Sighting happened Tuesday about 30 miles outside of Cleveland at a place called JoJo's Bar.
They had to shut that place down.
Here you can see Taylor in an oversized white blouse and a ponytail. We're told that Trav's in the blue tee.
And I'm always down to...
Yeah, thank you. Who did we think it was? Deshaun Watson?
Bring the electricity. I'm just having so much fun right now.
That's good.
A manager at JoJo's tells ET Taylor and Travis came in unannounced with a friend.
I would always like to keep people on their toes.
Oh, yeah. And you make the toes curl, too?
In that regard.
I was getting some head, getting some head.
They were seated toward the back of the restaurant. It was quiet and no one bothered them. And
yeah, they're like, don't go back there.
Here's what they ordered. Pasta, a couple of cheeseburgers, and steak.
That sounds like a stomachache waiting to happen. Don't come near the bathroom, Taylor. And then she's like, don't come near mine either.
The restaurant employee explains, quote, as soon as the food hit the table, Taylor said how amazing it all looked.
Yeah, what's she going to say? Oh, this fucking sucks. So does Cleveland. So does Rover.
The group stayed for about 2 hours.
All right, there's that. Man, I went through a bad breakup. I don't know if you guys are aware. I don't know if you guys know. It's not fun, man. But you know what you got to do? Which is not what Orlando Bloom's doing. You just got to shut up. And you keep making posts over and over again on social media. You're just escalating the situation. Because as men, I'm not saying we can't show weakness, but when you start posting about your breakup, you're coming off weak.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Orlando Bloom seems to be processing his emotions online following his split from Katy Perry.
Yeah, he's lucky, man. You got away from that crazy Bron.
On July 2nd, the 48-year-old actor reposted a carousel of quotes to his Instagram feed from an account called Sapien Kind. The quotes, credited to Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung,
I've heard of him,
speak to a lot of different aspects of life and relationships. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one slide reads, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself.
Oh, Orlando, let me look how old you are. You are a middle-aged man. Why are you posting inspirational quotes? Orlando Bloom, 48 years old. You're 48, dude. If you're middle-aged, that means you'll live to 96. Why the hell are you posting this? You come off like a douchebag. And I'm not saying Katy Perry's not one either.
Another slide advised that sadness serves a purpose, saying, quote, even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness.
I've heard that quote before. Describes my anxiety.
Orlando did not add a caption of his own to the post, but also shared the slides to his Instagram story. News broke on
this music's giving me a panic attack.
June 26th that the 48-year-old actor and the pop star had ended their relationship and 6-year engagement.
Yeah, I've said this before. It's the Ryan Hoppe rule. If you are engaged for more than 2 years without a date, you're just trying to lock her down to make sure she doesn't run.
He was spotted solo at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding festivities the same day. The couple first confirmed their love in 2016.
That was back when she was in her prime. And she went to that thing where she like shaved her head and it looked like Bieber. It's like, you look like a tramp.
Although they reportedly briefly broke up the following year, Orlando and Katie announced that
those relationships never work when you go back and forth. We were on a break.
But they were engaged to be married in 2019.
I feel like dating her would just be so freaking awful. So bad. I'm not trying to sound rude, even though I am. I'm just telling you, she's insufferable. It's never her fault. Probably farts in bed. Just the absolute worst. Speaking of someone who's the absolute worst.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Kathy Griffin is going au naturel. The comedian, typically known for wearing bangs, is nearly unrecognizable while showcasing her long red locks with her hair completely out of her face for a sunny...
She looks like a mix between Rocky Dennis and Carrot Top. And a zombie!
...summer walk with a male friend near the beach.
Oh my God, someone had sex with her? Gross.
64-year-old also goes makeup-free for the cardio session.
Remember when she had that picture where she was like holding Trump's head upside down? She looks like Trump's head. Just being honest. You know what I mean?
Kathy Griffin is going au naturel. The comedian, typically known for wearing bangs, is nearly unrecognizable while showcasing her long red locks with her hair completely out of her face for a sunny summer walk with a male friend near the beach. The 64-year-old also goes makeup-free for the cardio session.
You know how some people that are 64 look like they're 30? She looks like she's 80.
This isn't the first time Griffin has debuted a completely new hairstyle. In 2017, the My Life on the D-List alum shaved her head in solidarity
Yeah, you're definitely D-List, honey.
With her late sister Joyce Griffin as she underwent chemotherapy at the time.
Oh, that's serious.
Since then, Griffin has also been open about embracing wigs, especially after her own 2021 battle with lung cancer, which she has since made a full recovery from.
That's good! Even though I can't stand her unfunny ass and flat ass. I do not like when people get cancer.
No stranger to making headlines, the outspoken star recently made a bombshell revelation about turning down $1 million offer to co-host The View years ago.
That was stupid.
She shared in a June 17th YouTube video.
I really respect those women for going on that show day in and day out because they know there's blowback. And by the way, to this day, The View is one of those buzzworthy shows on television or anywhere. People still get up in arms online talking about who said what on The View. So it's always been a high stakes show. Eventually I said to my agent, okay, tell them if they're going to offer me a permanent chair, please tell them to just offer me the chair or not. So they made me an offer, and the offer was for 1.4.
Brag about it a little more, honey.
And I'm just going to be honest, I had to turn it down because at the time, between doing My Life
it was too much money or not enough
on the D-List and touring, I was making about 10 a year.
All right, brag about your freaking money. No one cares. Here's my favorite scene from The View.
Hey, Stewie, 3 o'clock. Time for The View. No, not again! Let me out of here! I can't watch another second!
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Khloe Kardashian is reflecting on her hardships. When asked what moment in life made her feel like the strongest version of her, Khloe says,
I feel like I've had many moments.
I wonder why she gets cheated on all the time.
That sort of prepared me for other situations in my life where I was able to endure them.
Got it.
So I feel like everything that happens in our lives is meant to happen.
The reality star then gets into her extremely public.
God, they're showing a picture of her when she was with Lamar. She's such a different person. She was an Amazon woman.
Public divorce with Lamar Odom and cheating scandal with Tristan Thompson.
With
she got cheated on twice.
Me and my ex-husband, me going through such a public divorce and handling that. Yes, it was between him and I, and it was a great love that was now lost. And
wasn't a great love. He was cheating on you at a whorehouse.
That whole thing.
That to me is the definition of true love. When you go to a whorehouse and almost die, and then you wake up in your deathbed and you survive, but your ex-wife or your gonna-be ex-wife is laying next to you.
It was so public
True
public
love.
that I've never dealt with something like that before, but I dealt with it and I had my family support and all of that. That was sort of being stone, if you will, for the next big traumatic thing that happened to me was when Tristan cheated on me right before I gave birth.
But Chloe specifies it wasn't the cheating itself that affected her so deeply.
Like, people get cheated on, but it was more that I was 9 months pregnant. I was having a baby.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, you know?
Baby 2 days later, and it was so public and it was everywhere, but I think I handled it the best that I knew how.
I know what she was going to say.
Because I almost
lost it all.
Got a little experience of it, or a lot of experience of
getting cheated on because you're a missionary queen that never puts out.
That from my divorce with Lamar.
Whatever.
So it sort of prepared me. But if it was maybe just the one-off situation, and
man, she just manifests getting cheated on.
While have these newly fresh hormones and you're just trying to even be a first mom or be present in this moment and experience this moment, I don't know if I would have been able just to handle that isolated incident.
I don't know if I can handle hearing you talk about it. All right again. What's going on with this douchebag?
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Now to controversy surrounding The Golden Bachelor.
God, he's just your typical stupid boomer.
Fans are calling for ABC to recast Mel Owens
Yeah, I can't stand him. He's just got bitch slap face. It's like, well, you're a twat.
after the 66-year-old shared a convo he had with execs regarding his dating requirements on the MGO Blue podcast.
And everyone's got a freaking podcast.
Ask me, like, what's your preferences? So I just said 45 to 60. I said,
make sure they don't use teeth.
But, if they're 60 or over, I'm cutting them. No, Mel, you can't. This is not the Silver Bachelor. This is the Golden Bachelor.
The former linebacker is now being slammed on social media.
He's got CTE. He's stupid.
For being an ageist and shallow.
Oh my God, a boomer being an ageist and shallow? No, it never happens.
I told him, try to stay away from the artificial hips and the wigs.
The Golden Bachelor set to air this fall.
I'll be sure not to watch it. He's the freaking worst.
Is Rita Ora Becky with the good hair? The singer is shutting down any speculation she was Jay-Z's mistress, mentioned in the song Sorry by...
Of course she was. She gave good head.
Beyonce.
I gotta skip over this because of copyright. You know what I mean? Freaking sick of these videos including copyright, but I can't play it.
And again with Davina McCall podcast. Rita says...
I didn't even remember that. Oh my God.
Of course you don't remember it. You're a side chick that sleeps around. Your body count as long as a CVS receipt. I got a CVS receipt right here. That's how much you put out.
You know why? Because I have, in my mind, I've had worse things. Things have affected me worse than that.
Like what, getting STDs from millionaires?
It wasn't you. Of course not.
Of course not. Of course it was you, honey. You look like a side chick.
Lee, not. I wish I had good hair. Can we start there? You've got... That's why I've got this hair.
Shut up! Why does everybody have a fucking podcast? Davina McCall, who the hell are you and why are you talking?
Hairline out to help grow my hair out.
Elaborating on why she was really upset at the situation, Rita says.
I love the comments on the YouTube. Let's focus on the husband that cheated on the wife. She also put out too, and he's with Beyonce. It wasn't like it was some average dude from a bar. It's freaking Jay-Z, man.
She was my protector. That's what's insane, because there was nothing but love. Again, being signed to Jay-Z, her husband, she being my biggest inspiration. She came to my first show.
Yeah, she was your biggest inspiration, and you banged her husband. Your Eskimo sisters!
In New York at the...
I can't listen to this broad.
Box. So I was actually genuinely upset, because that's my big sister protector.
I'm wondering if she feels the same way, honey.
Took it upon herself to really look after me, and I still...
Look after me.
We'll see her, and to this day, and she's always been so nice and proud and checking in on my
I'm sure she's so proud of you.
Family and friends that I've had since childhood, remembering their names.
Yeah, and you don't seem to remember their names. You just said you don't remember things, and now you say you remember things. It's almost like someone who's a cheater is a liar.
Charlize Theron is opening up about her sex life, including a night with a 26-year-old.
Oh, sit on my lap. I'm 31, but I got the stamina of a 22-year-old.
In a July 1st episode of the podcast, Call Her Daddy,
heard of it.
The Atomic Blonde actor says,
I'm like sounding very cocky here, but I think it's because I have found this freedom in my 40s where I'm like, oh my God. So I just want to say this in perspective. I've probably had 3 one-night stands in my entire life.
Crisis!
But I did just recently a 26-year-old, and it was really amazing. Yes, and I've never done that. And I was like, oh, this is...
Everything Alex Cooper says, I like Call Her Daddy, but it's yes. It's kind of like my everything.
On that. And I was like, oh, this is great. Okay.
Let me just say, that 26-year-old is the luckiest man walking on this
it is.
Planet. He's walking different today, knowing.
And your soccer coach was the luckiest soccer coach ever, honey.
Oh my God.
He for sure is not, but
Kind of.
thank you.
No, he is.
And speaking on advice for those younger than her, Charlize says,
women who come across as confident, women
get laid,
who come across as like outspoken, ones that wouldn't speak up for themselves, tend to also be in bed people who want to please males. Like,
let me put on my pants.
And I have found this in my experiences with talking to other women about.
Whatever, dude. It's not that deep. You hooked up with somebody. I love when people that sleep around try to make it deep. You're having sex.
Halle Bailey entering her next chapter with a new man.
Whenever I see the name Halle Bailey, I think it's Halle Berry. It gets me so freaking confused. I bet the parents did that on purpose.
Amid the actress's tumultuous...
Kind of like that thug Carmelo Anthony.
...was split from rapper and dad to their son Halo, DDG. The 25-year-old spotted sailing around Italy with the Little Mermaid stars seen packing on the PDA with the mystery man.
Kind of looks like Offset.
Followed by Halle.
God, Halle Bailey and Halle Berry. They got good bodies. Sit on my lap.
Sharing bikini pics from their yacht trip to Instagram July 2nd. Ariel herself referencing her role with a mermaid emoji in the caption while invoking another Disney film's fan favorite quote.
That butt, you just want to go spank it.
Just keep swimming. Halle's...
Oh, yeah. Use the water emoji all day long, honey.
Post swimming. Halle's post stopped short of naming her getaway date, and E! News has reached out to her.
They reached out for comment and didn't hear back.
Rep for comment, but has not yet heard back.
I never get why E! News does that. You're implying you don't have the inside info.
Halle's romantic trip coming as she navigates a legal battle.
Oh yeah, they were definitely coming.
With DDG. After the two...
DDG just got a bitch slap face. Just a piece of shit.
Called it quits in late 2024 after 2 years of dating.
Yeah, he's never the problem. Probably got borderline personality disorder or a sociopath. Freaking loser.
In court docs obtained by E! News.
E! News loves it. We obtained it. Cool, dude. No one cares.
Halle alleging verbal and physical abuse at the hands of her ex.
Literally.
Allegations he's denied.
What's he gonna say? I'm a white beaten piece of fucking shit.
As she was also granted a restraining order against the father of little Halo.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're a deadbeat dad, you're a loser. Speaking of this loser, now listen. I'm all for female rights. If you gotta get an abortion, that's fine. But Lily Allen, the same girl that has the song "Fuck You," which every annoying girl listens to, like my exes, Lily Allen's had so many abortions she can't count. That might be a little bit of a problem. And I don't really know about abortions, but I know about vasectomies. But I'm telling you, the thing is, if you have gotten so many abortions, that means you like when people complete the task and they're not. And that to me means you are, what's the word? Promiscuous. So here's Lily Allen. She went on another podcast talking about abortion.
I said today to someone, I was like, I actually don't know if Lily's had an abortion. I didn't know. Okay, God. See, why didn't we talk about that?
Abortions. I've had a few.
What an annoying voice. Shut up.
Right. But
actually, it's better you're not a mom because you're a tramp.
Then again, I can't remember exactly how many.
What an annoying broad. You know, during arguments, she's like, you never clean the dishes. And then you're like, you never put out.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't this come up in last week's episode where we were just talking about abortions?
Because I was just letting you run with it.
Reveal everything.
Man, not everybody needs a podcast. You freaking sound like a bunch of morons.
I
can't remember. Yeah, I think maybe like... I want to say 5, 4.
Oh, no big deal. You know, just open up my body and get in the vacuum.
4 or 5?
Yeah, I've had about 5 too. Lily, I've...
Wow, it's good. You're making women look good. Womp, womp, womp.
Never. I'm so happy I can say that, and you can say it, and no one came to shoot us down.
Yeah, people definitely came to. Let's be honest here. You guys put out a little too much.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Yeah. Word them up. Hey, yo, turn the bass up a little bit, G. Yeah. Let's check it out. Come again, phone up again when the drummer come in. Synonyms don't wanna end, rock hymns gonna win. Always seem to come out at the right time with the right rhyme. Smooth in the day and sound rough at nighttime. Just an echo in every ghetto, meadow and valley, side street and alley. From New York to Cali, I've been seen in every state in between on stage. They scream every phrase, I lead a city in a rage. It's off to the next one, the blessed one. That's my procedure. Leave you in a deeper mind state than anesthesia. You catch a seizure if you try to stop the great when I operate. Just let the crowd please or drop the weight. This one is in gear from everyone from here to there. Ideas that you hear, severe to the ear. Nevertheless, I provide a worldwide request and manifest. And this is from the east to the west. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over dogs, girls, blowing kisses and phony hugs. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over dogs, girls, blowing kisses and musical vibes. I memorize in my mental enterprise, then improvise live with my supplies. You know the quota, fashion, new designs that shine, the international kind. Start the rhyme, time the motor, universal format. Adapt to wherever you're living at. From all four corners of the map, whenever they play it, it gets interpreted, hip-hop related. Already dedicated to keep it heavy populated. Attract everybody that could rock. Do a block party, make it look like Woodstock. Yeah, rock him a law. Nothing similar to my seminar. They travel never far, plus that's where the women are. I like to ask them what's the best time to hear me rhyme. Nevertheless, I provide a worldwide request and manifest. And this is from the east to the west. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over dogs, girls, blowing kisses and phony hugs. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over dogs for dogs, girls blowing kisses. Coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs, rhyming over dogs for thugs, girls blow me kisses and throw me hugs. An expert at a concert on stage, I got classics, which means my smash hits won't age. Just sing along, I bring a song, I'll be swinging long. We could do a thing to dawn. I came to bring it on tour, stop at all the record stores across the nation, blow at the radio station to show appreciation. Retreats for the streets, beats for the jeeps. I reach incredible feats to get deep for my peeps. Prop for the unorthodox style I got. They couldn't wait for me to drop new stock for the block. Stalking cassette decks, Walkman headsets. I come on, fly concepts, just high tech. My first display still converse with the days of slam. That's why the man's first jam still played. So tell the neighborhoods I got the goods again. It's Rakim, then again, that's how it should have been. Nevertheless, I provide a worldwide request and manifest. And this is from the east to the west. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over doves for thugs, girls blow me kisses and throw me hugs. From New York to Cali, coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. From New York to Cali, climbing over doves for thugs, girls blow me kisses and throw me hugs. Back in the 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Coming with the butters, you know what I'm saying? That's rock come along. Nothing changed with the year. Yeah. Coast to coast, I've been ripping Coliseums and clubs. Climbing over down to thugs, girls blowing kisses and throwing hugs.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code Hoppy to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code Hoppy to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afura Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RYANHOPPE radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going. But let's hear from Hammer and Hank, which you can hear the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes and Ryan Hoppy on Spotify by searching up Hammerin, HAMMERIN Hank Show, and check it out on his podcast feed.
People
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, love, and learn to get an education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them. Work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Let me press this button right here. Ready? Oh, by the way, a happy 4th of July, or happy 4th of July. In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail after the verdict in his sex trafficking case. Here's how he took the news. According to NBC News reporters in the courtroom, Combs appeared, quote, deflated as his hopes of going home were seemingly dashed.
Loser!
As his lawyers attempted to convince Judge Aaron Subramanian to release their client ahead of his sentencing. In his ruling, Subramanian cited Combs' years-long pattern of violence as a reason for him to remain behind bars.
Duh.
Adding that he continues to be a danger to others and unable to follow the law. Arguing that Combs, who pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy...
When do we find out that E! News reached out for comment?
Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, as well as transportation to engage in prostitution, was acquitted on the 3 most serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, and only convicted of prostitution-related offenses.
Fuck yeah.
Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo insisted he should be released on appropriate conditions. As Agnifilo
that guy's got such a bitch slap face. He's just a bitch.
Outlined, Combs would be willing to put up a $1 million cash bond, co-signed by his mom, Janice Combs.
Mommy has to help.
His sister, Keisha Combs, and Sarah Chapman, the mother of Combs' eldest daughter, Chance Combs, and have
he took a chance with that kid.
No access to his private plane, which is currently grounded in Maui. He
that sounds good.
Also agreed to surrender his passport, undergo drug testing, and restrict travel to areas of New York, Florida, and California as
Yeah, you could never trust him. You wouldn't know where the hell he's gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Necessary to attend court and meet with lawyers.
Got it.
According to NBC News, Combs was passing notes to Agnifilo as the attorney spoke to the judge to argue for Combs' release.
First he was passing around Cassie, now he's passing notes.
After Agnifilo finished, Combs raised his hand and started to get up, seemingly to speak. Agnifilo told the judge he would find out what Combs had to say, and Combs' attorneys rushed to speak with him. Ultimately, he did not end up saying anything. Combs,
because he's a coward,
will remain in jail until his sentencing, which is scheduled for October 3rd.
Then there's this headline.
A juror from Sean Diddy Combs' trial slams the public's response to the jury's verdict.
Fuck yeah.
One day after the 55-year-old was found guilty of...
Of course we're mad. We know we did it.
2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution relating to ex-Cassie Ventura and a woman who testified under...
If you're having a response to the public, you know your decision was bad. Freaking mutant.
the name Jane, but was acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges, the jury member responds to the public's mixed opinions on the verdict. The juror, who asked not to be named out of
yeah, because you're a coward.
fear of retaliation, tells
yeah, because you know that your decision was terrible. If you're so noble and such a good juror, why would you care? You know, be a big bad juror.
ABC News that any speculation the mogul's celebrity status influenced their decision is highly insulting and belittling to the jury and the deliberation process.
Of course it was because of that. And because of all the faces he made in court. Here's his former chef saying she doesn't feel safe. Not the juror, did he?
As one of the actual minor victims to Sean Combs' physical assault while I was employed by him. As someone who was a witness to the abuse towards Cassandra Ventura Fine during my time of working for Sean Combs,
Cassandra,
I would just like to say that this is a grave miscarriage of justice.
I wonder if there was any miscarriages in that house.
And I would like to also address that last year on March 20th, I was contacted by the federal government. They showed up at my door with badges. I refused to speak to them.
Because you're scared of the things you did. That's the thing, is everybody's guilty. I'm not going to listen to this broad. And then you got this headline here. The male Punisher is 100% happy with the verdict because you didn't get in trouble. They're all mutants. They're all guilty. And a male escort is suing Diddy and Cassie, saying that Cassie gave him an STD and aborted their kid. Man, it's really weird. It's almost like everybody in the house is a bunch of scumbag sluts.
TikTok, clocks are juking, playing cruel pranks. Hoppy's hour almost done. Feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout out hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout outs hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers silent, I coming to an end. Like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these our daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe hour. Hoppe hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
like that, he's gone.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy hour is now over. Happy hour is now over. Game over.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.